there. Dany, thanks for joining us here on the show today.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Well, we're glad you're here, and let's talk all about this, kind of relive it up there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because you've had a lot of wins in your career. You're a $1 million rider with the NRHA, but where does this one kind of stack up there for you?
Well, last week we made the final, and we had a great shot in the final, winning the level 3, actually tying in the level 3, and put me maybe another 50,000 higher with that horse show. Here's my horse that I'm looking at right now, spinning. He's got such a great maneuver. I showed him so many times. He's by All Guns on. He's by PS Megashanchik by All Guns on Deck, and I've been having this horse since he's a young colt. I braked him. I did everything I could on him. I made all the finals that I could. He qualified me 2 times for the Run for $1 Million. I think I'm going to show him this year the Run for $1 Million. He's probably the horse I'm going to take. He's so honest, and he's part of the family. My brother owned him, and he's just a great animal.
That Palomino's name is All Guns on Crush, and you just told a lot of the story about that horse and how much he means to you. Dany, for those of us who don't ride reining horses for a living, is that as much fun as it looks?
It is so much fun when you have a special horse like that. You know, when you ride a tough horse, or I think all disciplines are the same, it's hard to make something good out of nothing. But when you have an animal like that that wants to play the game, that likes the sport itself, and they like the picture especially, well, it makes it even more fun.
Dany, you spoke of this moments ago, the fact that this horse has been a part of y'all's family for such a long time. But I would have to say a win like this on that horse probably even means a little more. Sure, it's great to maybe go out and buy one that's already trained or something like that. Nothing against that by any means. But when you've had one in your program since he was that young and you guys have trained him and done everything, I think that makes it even more special.
Yeah, it really means a lot. And, you know, with this horse, I marked 225, I think, less, maybe 8 times, 10 times. He just want to play every time. You know, I had some horses that, yes, you can score a big score like 1 time or 2 times or whatever, but this guy wants to do it again and again and again. So it's kind of great to have him in the barn.
This was a pretty tight competition, Dany. We're looking at the Level 3 Intermediate Open Finals. You and Marco Ricotta, both 222. His horse called Savage Love, 221 and a half, a third, 220 and a half, and a 220. This was a very competitive opportunity in that Level 3 finals, wasn't it?
Yes, at the NRBC shows, it's the best of the best rider. They bring their best horses. It's always a very tough horse show. You don't go there with a half of a horse. You have to have a great one.
Dany, you were second to actually compete, second to last, I should say. Sorry, correct that. Second to last to compete in the finals. Is that kind of one of those positions where you like to be, where you pretty much know what you've got to do, or how did that work out for you?
Yes, well, there's 2 plays that I like to be when I go in the final, is especially after the drag, which is fun because you have, you know, a fresh ground, which is make easier to have your great pattern when you're a little late. I was late in the final, which is great because you know what you have to do. I was a little late in the drag also, which I missed the stop in that final. It makes me lose a couple points there for sure. But I'm not going to blame the ground or the horse. I'm going to blame myself. I should have done a better job, but it's okay. I still love my horse, and I'm still going to compete on him.
Dany, what's the future hold for you in this great horse? You talked about the Run for the $1 Million. What's your plan coming up?
Well, in about 3 or 4 weeks from now on, we have the Red Bud Spectacular that I'm going to go school him and get him ready. I'm not sure if I'm going to show him at the NRHA Derby, which is the following week after that. But my biggest goal right now would be to Run for $1 Million for sure.
Well, congratulations, Dany, on another huge win to your wonderful career. Congratulations on this wonderful horse that you guys have there in your family as well. And thanks for joining us here today on Western Sports Roundup.
Thank you guys for having me on your show.